Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time video. I have wanted to tell this story for so long. I've not seen these people in years. I might get a little heated because it still angers me to this day of what happened. I'm not sure what I've titled this video, but this story is about the time my hockey coach's wife told everyone I was an alcoholic and I ditched practice to go drink. Why? I don't know, but let's just go right into this video. So I do have some notes because I figured I would be getting a little bit heated in this video, and to keep me on track, I do have notes somewhere. Okay, so firstly, this was during playoff season. During the regular season, I had every single practice off, every single game off that my work would allow me to, which was 99% of my hockey schedule. But it was playoffs, so we had last minute practices because the rink was all scheduled for playoff games and everyone was fighting for ice time because more people wanted to practice. People wanted to practice more because it was playoff season. So it was a late last minute practice. I could not get off work for the life of me. It was a Friday night. I think our practice was 5 to 6:30 or something, and I was scheduled to work until 5:30 or 6. I could not get it off. That's just how it is sometimes. I was 18 at this point. It's just how it worked. I could not get this practice off, so I did not go. My coaches knew beforehand, but I did not go to this practice. So I also was an assistant captain this year. I also worked at the local pool. The rink and the pool are connected by a lobby, so they're like 10 steps away, which kind of plays part into this, I guess. But I was working at the pool, and 10 feet away my team was practicing, and yeah, just keep that in mind. So like I said, it was a Friday, but I believe it was the Friday of our Easter break. So where I'm from, we had a week off every Easter, and I believe it was that Friday because I was working a 9:30, or I was working till 5:30, which is very odd. So I was working throughout the day and I was finishing at 5:30, and my practice started at probably around 5 o'clock. So I worked a half hour into the practice, and then the practices would last till 6:15 or 5:30. So there was really no point in me racing over, getting changed, going on the ice for 15-20 minutes. My mom did phone our coach beforehand, and everything was worked out. The coach knew I worked till 5:30. Our head coach was not angry, at least didn't seem like it. So everything was worked out. It's not like I just didn't show up. They knew I wasn't coming. I should also mention that there was a lot of shit and drama on my hockey team. I don't know why. I started playing hockey when I was 14, and I played league hockey till I was 18. Every single year there was some type of bullshit and some type of drama. That I almost didn't play my graduating year because of all this bullshit and drama, but I ended up playing, and this happened. But anyway, like, there was always some sort of drama, so it really shouldn't have surprised me that this was happening, but it did. As well as it was playoffs, we sucked anyway. Like, where I'm from, the youngest person on the team was 12, and I was the oldest person on the team, and I was 18. So being an 18-year-old playing with 12-year-old, and like I think the next oldest was 16, 17, and like there was a few 16, 17, and then the rest were like 14 and under. It sucked, like the age difference. I always made an attempt to be friends with the younger kids, like kind of like help them come into the hockey world and whatever else. Like I tried to be a big sister to them, but it still had its downfalls. And yeah, like there's so many stories I could tell about that. There's so many stories I'm planning on telling about that. But just keep that in mind. There's a major age gap between all the girls, and there was a lot of bullshit and drama to begin with, so it wasn't fun anymore anyway, and it just wasn't worth it to haul my ass to the rink for 15-20 minutes worth of practice. So enough with the prefacing. I finished work at 5:30. My coworker also finished work at 5:30. So I drove me and my coworker to pick my cousin up. So my cousin's in the back seat now. We go to Co-op, we get gas, we go to Dairy Queen, we eat. At the Co-op, I saw my assistant coach's wife, and I didn't say anything, wasn't a fan of her daughter, wasn't a fan of the family, so I just didn't say anything. I think I got a Gatorade or whatever, paid for my gas, and left. So after the three of us had supper at Dairy Queen, I dropped them off. I picked up a different friend, and we drove an hour to a hockey game, our junior league's hockey game. I am no longer in my hometown anymore. I am at a hockey game. We either had a game that Sunday or that Monday, so 2 or 3 days later, I completely wiped it away, forgot I saw the wife at the Co-op, completely forgot everything. So the way our rink works is there's a back door if you know you're gonna be in room number 7, or either room number 6 or room number 7. If you're in that room, there's a back door and you can walk down the stairs and the room is right there. That is what I did because my friend was already at the rink. I was walking down the stairs and my assistant coach was at the bottom. And he said, "How was the party on Friday?" And I'm like, "What party?" And then he says, "The party you skipped practice for on Friday." And I looked him dead in the eyes with the most sassy fuck off attitude ever. And I was like, "I wasn't at a party Friday." And I walked away and I walked into the dressing room. We then played the game, finished the season, and I haven't talked to him since. Because keeping in mind this was my last year of playing league hockey in my hometown. But it didn't end there. Of course it doesn't end there. So I got super close to one of my teammates the year after I graduated. We were close on the team as well, but we just got even more close after the season and after I was done high school. Anyway, so I went to this girl's house and I was really close with her mom as well, or pretty close with her mom as well. And my friend was still in hockey. She was playing for a different team now, but she was still in hockey, and so we somehow got on the topic of hockey. And they mentioned how that coach's wife came back to the rink that night, that she saw me at Co-op and told everyone that I had alcohol in my back seat. The only thing that was in my back seat was my cousin. Like, I just don't, like, why make up a lie? There was no alcohol in my back seat. My cousin was in my back seat. Me and my friend and my cousin who were all there that night think it is hilarious how she called my cousin alcohol. Like, why are you making shit up? It was my cousin. There was no alcohol in the vehicle. So once I heard that, it made perfect sense of what my coach said to me that night, saying like, "Oh, how was the party Friday night?" Because his wife told a bull-faced lie and said there was alcohol in my back seat and that I skipped practice to drink and not working. So, like, I just don't... Keep in mind, when the coach said that to me, I had no idea that the wife had spread that lie about me. I had no idea that the wife had came back to the rink and said that I skipped practice to drink and basically calling me an alcoholic because I skipped hockey practice to drink, when in fact I was at work till 5:30 and then I picked up my friends for supper. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I have so many opinions and thoughts on this family. Like, why would you start a lie about an 18-year-old kid? Like, don't you have something better to do with your fucking time? Like, it's so... Like, don't you have something better to do with your time? That being said, that was the last season I played. That being said, I saw the mom once and I just glared at her like the most fuck off face I could probably even conjure up, because, like, are you kidding me? Um, who makes a lie about an 18-year-old when you're a 50-year-old woman? Like, who does that? Like, who does that? But yeah, that was my last year of hockey. That was my last year in that town. Last year with their kid, with that family. My last year of the bullshit and drama of minor hockey where I am from. And that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a little bit heated like I did. Even just like recounting it every single time I think about this story, I am like, why are you making a rumor about an 18-year-old when you're in your 50s? Like, she was either late 40s, early 50s, like, I don't know, but why are you talking trash about a 18-year-old and making lies? Like, the only thing in my backseat was my cousin. I just got off work. I'm pretty sure I was still in my bathing suit when she saw me. Like, messed up situation. But anyway, that is it for today's video, you guys. I am kind of sad 31 Days of Halloween is over. On a brighter note, I am kind of sad 31 Days of Halloween is over, but I will be posting every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday once again, so I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.